programme has also warned that the humanitarian crisis there has escalated at, and I quote, an incredible pace. Well, now there's also growing concern about the spectre of a widening conflict in the country. Earlier today, the Taliban arrested 4 members of the Islamic State group following a raid in Paghman district, which is just north of Kabul. Well, in a separate development, 2 Taliban fighters were shot and killed in the eastern city of Jalalabad. Well, this particular region of Afghanistan has emerged as a flashpoint in the rivalry between the Taliban and the Islamic State group's local affiliate, which is known as ISIS-K. Well, France 24's Catherine Norris-Trent joins us now from Kabul. Catherine, lots to talk about. Why don't we begin by talking about that rivalry between the Taliban and ISIS-K? I mean, is there a sense there that this could escalate?
Yes, there absolutely is a sense that this could escalate, and you really have the feeling that this is the #1 security concern for the new rulers of this country, the Taliban. There are many checkpoints around the city of Kabul on the roads leading in, especially from the east, the road to Jalalabad. And we spoke to Taliban fighters there a few days ago. They were searching cars, checking out everyone who was on board, checking out bags of cars they found suspicious, and they were saying that, you know, they were looking for members of the local ISIS affiliate, the Islamic State in Khorasan province, as it's named itself. In Jalalabad, there have been almost daily reports of deadly incidents there, of car bombs exploding, targeting Taliban fighters, roadside bombs as well, killings, beheadings. I mean, very difficult to verify these claims. It's a difficult zone to access, but clearly the Taliban are extremely concerned about this. And of course, just a few days ago, you had another big bomb here in Kabul, the first since the American and Allied forces left, which targeted Taliban leaders at a mosque, near to a mosque where they were holding a ceremony. So this is a huge concern for the Taliban, and lots of people here we've been speaking to say they fear that the relative calm Afghanistan has been experienced could degenerate into something more serious. Many people here concerned that there could be another outbreak of civil war.
Yeah, and Catherine, I mean, it's been a few weeks since we saw images, heartbreaking images from the airport, people trying to get out of the country. Of course, lots of people were left behind, lots of people still keen to leave Afghanistan. Today, some signs of hope that perhaps if people do want to get out of the country, they might be able to.
Yeah, another flight took off today towards Qatar, carrying some 300 people on board. There are occasional charter flights, they're not regular commercial flights, taking people out of Afghanistan towards Qatar notably, and others to Pakistan, but the waiting lists are very long indeed. So the Afghan cricket team, among others, was on board there, but there are many people still making calls, still desperately trying to get on those lists. And you can see that sense of desperation still, because the passport office here in Kabul reopened yesterday, and there are huge crowds been gathering there again in scenes perhaps a little reminiscent of those we saw around the international airport in Kabul just before the Americans pulled out, of people waving their papers, desperate to get out. People we interview very regularly after we finish the interview ask us for advice and help about how they can leave the country. And other people we've met here, perhaps those with not very big financial means, have been selling off all their belongings, their furniture, their beds, their children's toys. There are these markets which have sprung up, these unofficial markets on the streets of Kabul, of people selling all their belongings to buy money for food, but also trying to get money to leave. Some of them trying to leave by land routes as well, although the situation at the various borders of Afghanistan, the land borders, is very chaotic and very difficult for people to get through.